Good evening, Lizzie boys, or should I say good morning, because today we have some pictures of Venus, and also it's the morning. I don't know what having the pictures of Venus has to do with it being the morning, but yeah, that's what we're talking about today. We're back with some Monster High news, this time with Venus McFlytrap's stock photos. This is, of course, her G3 doll, and needless to say, she looks amazing. So let's just get right into it. So getting right into it, here are Venus's stock photos. So these pictures come from an Amazon listing, which will only be activated, I believe, in January. For now, the link does exist, but when you click on it, it gives you an error. So unfortunately, it's completely useless to have until it's been activated. So, I don't know, I'll probably try to find it again and link it in the description just so y'all can have it. But for now, Venus is not in stock. So yeah, these are her stock photos. There are a couple differences in these photos just because this doll is a prototype compared to the final product, and the main difference is the hands. You can see Venus has unclawed hands in these photos, but in box you can see that she has the clawed hands with the sort of spread out fingers the way the werecats and werewolf characters usually do. So basically she's got the Claudine/Toralei hand mold on the final doll, but in these stock photos she comes with the standard hand sculpt. And I'll admit, I do wish she had a unique hand sculpt the way she did in G1. Venus kind of had it looked like almost moss molded onto the tops of her hands. And I think that could have been nice. But I do like everything else they did with this doll. Because she has a lot of unique features regardless. So here is everything she comes with. She has an eye coffin, some sort of little bar. I'm going to say it's probably a granola bar because she's very healthy. It's the part of her character, because she's a plant. Why am I choking on my words? Because she's a plant, you know? She's a plant monster. She comes with a pair of sunglasses and a notebook and what looks like a spray for her hair. It's probably like a plant joke, but also like a hair care product, you know? I don't know. I can't read any words on it, but the illustration on it is of her, and God, that art style is actually really pretty. Wow. So, Venus. This is probably the most hyped G3 doll so far, and honestly, I can totally see why. Her style is amazing. I really love the emo vibes she has going on, and I know you guys are going to say it's not emo, but those leggings are 100% emo. You really can't convince me otherwise. She does still have the punk edge to her that she had in G1, and I'd argue that she looks more punk here. I don't know, I love everything about her outfit. I really like the, sort of fishnet shirt, the mesh undershirt she has with all the colored stripes on it. They're kind of yellow, pink, green. It's very pretty. It's a very nice shirt. I really like wearing undershirts like that, so already Venus's style is relatable to me. She comes with a lot of cute accessories. She has her backpack, which looks like it's made out of a recycled crate, which is super cute. And her pet is horrifying. We're not going to talk about the pet. I really just wish that Julian, because her pet is still Julian, I wish Julian had just looked the way he always does. Because Julian used to just be a little Venus flytrap. He didn't have a creepy face inside of his mouth. That's the main thing I dislike about this doll, the pet. And that's not even part of the actual doll. So basically, you can criticize the pet, and you're not actually criticizing the doll, because obviously they're separate entities. So here is this inbox photo of Venus from Paulmart. She is sold out on their website, but don't feel too bad because Paulmart is kind of overpricing stuff recently. They got the Draculaura and Claude 2-pack and they priced it at $90 when it's only going to be $60 when it comes out, and Venus was priced at $40 instead of the $25 that she's going to cost in stores. It's a bit much, you know? I'm used to Paulmart marking things up to $30, $35, but marking her up to $40 just feels a bit excessive. I know they don't charge shipping or tax, but they take the extra money that they're charging you to pay for those things, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not, criticizing Paulmart. I know it's a small business. I'm just saying I wouldn't have paid $40 for this doll. I don't really like overpaying for stuff anymore. I know I did at the beginning of G1, but that was just because I was crazy. I'm a little better now. So anyway, Venus. I love her face so much. The pink and yellow eyeshadow is so vibrant and it looks amazing on her. And I'm just happy to see that they didn't change her mouth at all. Because I've noticed every time they do a reboot, a new generation of Monster High, they always like slim down Abby's fangs. Because Abby had these really like strong fangs, almost like tusks, that come up from the bottom, like her bottom jaw, you know? And they're always visible in her mouth. But in both G2 and G3, they're very thin compared to how they looked in G1. Venus has never faced that treatment. The fangs on her mouth look exactly the same as they did in G1, and I'm quite happy about it. Also, Venus knows how to style her edges better than Claudine. Venus's hair is 100% one of my favorite things about her. I just think it, like, makes sense, you know? I've heard rumors that Venus was intended to be a black character in G1, and honestly, I did not know that until I heard people talk about it. So I'm glad that they, like, completely leaned into it in G3, actually giving her, like, black hair, like black hair texture. The cornrows on the side of her head in place of the shaved side is just such a good idea. Like, honestly, I love it. It looks great on her. And then all of the, like, vines, no, not the, well, she does have a vine in her hair, like a hair clip, but I mean, like, the braids in her hair, or, like, I think they're twists. Yeah, the twists in her hair kind of look like vines, you know? And for a plant monster, I just feel like that makes so much sense. I don't know, like, it just looks great on her. I would really love to see more G3 Venus dolls, like, just kind of playing with her hair. Like, because you could definitely do cute things with, like, braids, for sure. I'm trying to think of a good example. In Gloom and Bloom, Venus had, like, both sides of her head shaved and had her hair tied up into a ponytail. So if they want to do something like that with this doll, giving her cornrows on both sides of her head and then tying the, like, braids up into a ponytail, I think that would be really pretty. Point is, there's, like, a lot of potential with what you can do with this doll's hair, and I really like that. She also has some very pretty jewelry. I like that they gave her silver jewelry that really sticks out, because in G1, Venus mostly had, like, vine jewelry that, to be honest, while it looked good, it very much got lost amongst her green hair and her green skin. I mean, her hair's mostly pink, but it does have green in it, you know? So I'm glad that they went with a color that really sticks out. I really like the sort of, like, barbed wire look the choker around her neck seems to have. Obviously, it's not supposed to look like barbed wire. I think it's just supposed to look like thorny vines, but in silver, it kind of looks like a barbed wire material, you know? Her earrings are super cute as well. I can't really make out what they are, but I like them. As a whole, I just really love this doll. Like, everything about her works for me. One of my favorite things about her, and I picked this photo so you can see it, is the vines that are molded onto her legs. I just think that looks so cool, and it really reminds me of characters like Honey Swamp, because Honey had all those, like, swirls on her legs and stuff, and it just looked really cool on her. Honestly, I'm really glad that Paulmart has already gotten this doll, because usually when they get stuff, it means it's gonna hit stores, like, pretty soon. Unless it's Skulltimate Secrets Wave 1, which took multiple months after Paulmart getting it to show up in stores. That was such a weird release, because it was in other countries before it was in the US, which never happens. I mean, I was happy for y'all in other countries being able to get them, but it was so weird that they weren't showing up in the US. But, yeah, hopefully things can have, like, a more equal release in going into 2024. I always feel bad when things take forever to get to international countries. People will comment on my videos like, oh, it's finally in this country. And I'll be like, that came out here like 4 months ago, because I feel terrible. But yeah, hopefully Venus will be easy for everyone to get. Similar to Abby, who is always in stock now and even goes on sale. Because I remember at first, Abby was like taking a while to be in stock consistently. And then she took even longer to actually ship out. So who knows, maybe Venus will be the same thing, but hopefully she'll just have an easy release that everyone's able to get when they want her. I am super excited for this doll. I'm definitely going to be trying to get my hands on her immediately. And yeah, overall, I think she turned out fantastic. Like, she's just such a pretty doll. And there are some people that are going to get her from Paulmart today, so I will make a follow-up video looking at actual in-person photos of her as soon as they come out. So yeah, for now, these are her stock photos, and I forgot to mention her body, but I'm pretty sure she's like around Abby's height, because if you look at her in the box, she is clearly pretty tall. Like, she almost reaches the roof of the packaging, which makes me think she's either Abby's height or slightly, like, shorter. She looks very tall. I was thinking at first she might have had Cleo's, like, body sculpt. It looked like she had a tiny waist with, like, big hips the way Cleo does, but to be honest, I think she might just have a unique body sculpt overall. Obviously, we need to see like in-person photos of her next to the other characters' bodies so we can see like what body type she has. But we know she has a unique sculpt 100% because of the vines on her legs. They're all over her thighs. So yeah, 100% a new sculpt, but what I'm mostly concerned with is the height. I really want to know how tall she is. With that said, I'm going to call it here. I'm super excited for this doll, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are too. I have seen almost no negative comments about this doll, except for like the occasional stupid ones that are like, oh, how am I going to style her hair? I don't know, style one of the 3 million other Monster High dolls who don't have textured hair? Maybe? I don't know. Again, though, it's y'all's dolls, do whatever you want with them, but I just think that's a bit of a weird comment to make. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!